Deep beneath the waves, where most of us would struggle to hold our breath, lives a community, with a bond to the sea unlike any other. For centuries, they have spent more time on water than on land, diving deeper and staying underwater longer than most people could ever imagine. But how is it possible for a human being to stay underwater for more than 12 minutes without any modern equipment? And how does this community manage to spend their entire lives in harsh sea conditions? Find out on our channel, The Curious Corner. The community we are going to talk about is known as the Bajau people. Also called sea nomads, are an indigenous ethnic group, primarily found in the maritime regions of Southeast Asia. During the age of exploration in the 16th and 17th century, European traders often encountered the Bajau people. They were amazed by their unique adaptations to the sea and their remarkable ability to dive to great depths on a single breath. Bajau divers are known to reach depths of over 70 meters while hunting fish or other marine resources. Over generations of diving, their genetics have developed physical adaptations that help them stay underwater for a long period of time. Their spleens are larger than an average human being, allowing them to store more oxygen-rich blood. Traditionally, the Bajau lived on small handmade boats that served as their homes and means of transportation. These boats were a crucial part of their livelihood as they traveled across the seas to fish, trade, and gather resources. Living on boats allowed them to be highly mobile, following fish migrations and avoiding harsh weather conditions. However, with increased interactions with land-based communities and pressures from modern states to settle in fixed locations, the Bajau people began living in stilt houses over the water and started fishing only within their state's territory. Their stilt houses are made from materials like bamboo, mangrove wood, and nipa palm, which are readily available and resistant to the salty sea environment. They construct these houses in sheltered areas, such as lagoons or on the leeward side of islands, where they are less exposed to the full force of open sea. This also reduces the risk posed by sea storms. The houses are elevated on stilts to protect them from high tides, allowing water to flow freely beneath them, which minimizes the impact of waves. As these people are semi-nomadic, they often move their homes or relocate to safer areas during stormy seasons. They dismantle their stilt houses and rebuild them in a new location if necessary. Their extensive knowledge of the sea and weather patterns allows them to anticipate storms and take appropriate precautions. They are skilled at reading the signs of approaching bad weather and may temporarily evacuate to safer locations. Bajau families typically live in extended family units, with several generations living together or in close proximity. Family ties are strong and the community follows traditional gender roles, in which the men are responsible for fishing and diving while the women take care of household chores. Children are raised to respect and learn the traditions of their people from a young age. They are taught the skills necessary to live at sea, including swimming, fishing, and navigating the waters. Boys, as soon as they reach 10, start helping the men of the families in gathering food. The diet of these people primarily consists of seafood, supplemented by rice and salt, which they trade for fish. They also gather other sea products like sea cucumbers and pearls, which they trade or sell for clothing, ceramic goods, and tools. Islam is the dominant religion in the community, and the Bajaus are practicing Muslims that carry out all the religious practices and festivals. They even fast on holy months and abstain from alcohol, and give charity every year for the well-being of their community. These practices promote mindfulness and self-discipline, which can reduce stress and anxiety. According to them, the belief in divine wisdom and justice can also provide comfort during difficult times. The population of the Bajau people is rapidly declining. The establishment of marine protected areas has restricted access to their traditional fishing grounds, and environmental degradation has severely depleted fish stocks, making it harder for them to sustain their way of life. These tilt houses over the water lack land rights, and in many areas, Bajau families have been displaced from their traditional sea-based homes due to development projects, tourism, and government policies. This has led to a loss of access to the sea, which is central to their identity and survival. Due to lack of modern knowledge, they often face social exclusion and discrimination from mainstream society, leading to limited access to education, healthcare, and other essential services. Additionally, the lack of official documentation such as birth certificates or national identity cards renders them stateless. This means they have no rights over their land or employment opportunities. There have been no government initiatives to preserve their way of life, and it is likely that without intervention, the Bajau community may face extinction in the coming years. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe our channel, The Curious Corner.